Hey, this is Matthew.
Hey, this is Rich from RageWorks.
And welcome to Nerd News Today. And we've got another big statue unboxing, and this really is a big boy right here.
Damn right.
Today we've got from Diamond Select their Marvel Gallery Avengers Infinity War Hulkbuster Iron Man Mark II PVC diorama vinyl.
That's a lot going on.
Yeah, can you say that all without looking at the back of this box?
No, absolutely not. 100% not.
So this big boy is probably the largest one we're going to look at from this Infinity War series.
Right.
It is enormous.
This Avengers Infinity War Iron Man Hulkbuster Mark II PVC diorama statue is the Mark II Hulkbuster suit that was shown in Infinity War that was worn by Bruce Banner when he did not transform into the Hulk, and many people were upset. A lot of people expected this piece and many of the other pieces that involved Bruce Banner to actually have the Hulk busting through and being Hulk wearing part of the Hulkbuster suit. That's a lot of what was rumored. It never happened. I think they made even like a toy. They actually made a Funko Pop of that.
Yeah.
And we never saw it. I think it would have been cool to just see him Hulk out and still have like pieces of the Hulkbuster on. That would have been cool. But really nice piece, super detailed. Definitely an accurate representation of what was in the film.
And enormous.
Yeah, ridiculously detailed. And great scale too.
So here's just a look at the box. It comes in our typical diamond boxes. They're just very square and boxy, but they have windows on all sides. You can see into both sides, which is a nice touch. Get to know what you're buying, and it even has that handy dandy trademark diamond sunroof.
That's it.
And on the back we have, as we have with all the statues, just a little bit of a recap of Infinity War, and also tells us who designed it and who sculpted it. This was designed by Joe Allred and sculpted by the folks at Gentle Giant Studios. So let's go ahead, take this ginormous, massive Hulkbuster out and take a look at it from all angles.
That's it. Let's get to it.
So here's our Hulkbuster Mark II out of the package, and it is no less big even without that giant box around it.
Seriously, all that plastic packaging makes the box look immensely larger, and still when you take the piece out, it's still a very large, very statement-making statue.
Yeah, this is one of those that we talk about a lot on this channel with these vinyls as centerpiece statues. This is definitely one that could stand alone without the other Infinity War pieces with it.
Right, I agree. I think one of the things that stands out is the fact that they, even with these more vinyl statues, it's come such a long way from when I was collecting statues in the old days. You'd buy a piece like this from like Bowen, and we're talking hundreds upon hundreds of dollars. Now, obviously, the technology and the way to create some of these has become so much more detailed that it shaves off a lot of money, and not only that, you get an amazing statement-making piece without breaking the bank.
Yeah, and because this is basically a PVC, an injection molded piece, it's hollow essentially on the inside, so it's pretty lightweight, despite this one being the heaviest of all that we looked at. It's otherwise pretty lightweight, keeps the price down. It's only going to be about $60 or $70 for this really big boy here, and it's totally worth every penny. Absolutely.
All things considered, I mean, you buy a Marvel Legends 2-pack. As a matter of fact, you and I reviewed a Hulkbuster and Hulk 2-pack, and if I remember correctly, that had about an $80.
Way too much money.
Exactly, for essentially two Marvel Legends action figures for the same MSRP or close to it. You can get this statement-making piece. Again, it's not movable or posable, but how many times are you moving and posing statues? I mean, I'm moving and posing action figures.
I think the sculpting is pretty spot on as well and very nicely detailed. I think they've captured all the elements that make the Hulkbuster Mark II as awesome as it is in person.
Yep, they definitely captured all the smaller nuances, all the little gears, all of the small, minute armor detailing that a lot of the Stark armors have in the films. I think that overall, the way that this was put together and even the way that it was posed would make you think that it's part of a bigger set, and even though it's not, it's still a piece that if you put together with any of the other statues can look right at home.
As for the paint job, it is very clean. This is basing it on all the other Infinity War statues we looked at. I'd say this is probably the cleanest one we've looked at so far.
Yep.
Which is great, because if you've got this mechanical kind of car look, you want it to be very, very clean, very sleek, and it definitely hits on all those points. Yes, absolutely. The gold and the silvers pop. The red is very shiny. It's like you're looking at a hot new Corvette.
Yep. Yeah, it has a great lacquer finish to make it look like that shiny Iron Man armor look you see in the films. It picks up light well. It actually reflects light nicely to make it look like you're actually like you own an actual metal piece. which exists, by the way.
Yeah.
There is a metal Hulkbuster Iron Man, and it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it costs a heck of a lot more than this guy here.
Absolutely.
I think for me, like as the model painter now, who paints all these Warhammer minis and all those other things, I'm looking at this thing and I'm just like, this is perfect for repainting. Actually, I'd love to actually repaint this and like weather it. So it's got all these great little bits that you could like. You don't even have to put that much effort into it. You try and make this thing look 10 times better than it already is. Just a little bit of detailing.
You could even add battle damage if you wanted.
Totally. This is great for customizing. I actually might do that later. We'll see. It might be fun to play with this one.
That might be a hell of a video to showcase.
So I think the one not so great part about this is the base itself. The base is pretty plain. It's really just kind of like this sandy spot. I guess it's which battle is this from? So this will be from the Wakanda battle?
Yeah, that was the Wakanda battle where the armor was deployed.
It's not too exciting of a base, unfortunately. Just kind of sand with a bit of green grass that looks just like some kid stuck some Sculpting in it.
They could have done maybe throw one of the like the Outriders that they were fighting like on the base or something, just to add a little extra pop to it.
But on the other hand, I could also understand that they want to keep it simple to help keep the eyes up here, because the way these things haven't been designed is really about moving the eye around. So I can understand not wanting to go too crazy. Right. But I will definitely, wouldn't mind some rubble. Show the Hulkbuster doing some damage.
Yeah, a little rubble, like I said, one of the dead guys they were fighting. Like just again, little subtle nuances, because again, like you said before, this is a statement piece. This is something that you put on a shelf. People will go, oh, that's pretty awesome, and the base kind of detracts from it. Obviously, going back to what Matt said before about customization, you can always glue some fake grass or little things here if you wanted to add a little bit more to it. But this isn't a Build-A-Figure, so you shouldn't have to do that. The only other thing I'd like to mention is that even though the posing is pretty spot on, I kind of feel like the torso is this way and the head is that way. So I kind of feel that they could have maybe just turned the upper torso more so to make it, I don't know, it just feels a little off from an angled perspective, because going back to what we were saying before, you almost feel like this is part of building a larger diorama, and it's not. But the way the posing is laid out, you would think so, and it kind of throws it off a bit.
So how would you pose your Hulkbuster Mark II then if you had the option?
I think that if I did it, I would find a way, like going back to what I was saying before, maybe have the Outriders, fallen Outriders, or maybe even one of the Cull Obsidian, one of the villains, like maybe just as a connecting base to kind of showcase that. The big guy that they expected Hulk to fight would have been great for that. Yeah. You do a statue of him and you kind of just put it in a nice configuration where you do it side by side or left to right. I think that would have just been so much better, because again, a lot of the pieces that you've looked at pull from the Wakanda battle. So if that's the case, they should be nice ways to integrate them together. Yeah. Plus, it motivates people to buy.
Exactly. Yeah. It is nice storytelling to have them. Like that's the thing with this whole line is that most of them are kind of scattered in different parts. We have some that we have Thor on his side quest in the dwarf homeworld. We have Black Widow hanging out on a rooftop. Doctor Strange is in New York City. They're all kind of disjointed in regards to what they're doing or where they are. So there's not really any unification in them.
Well, I felt that the Hulk, the Thor piece was when he landed in Wakanda with Rocket and he showed Stormbreaker, or is it? No, it's when he acquires Stormbreaker initially, right?
Yep, yeah.
Okay, so that's that. Then that would have been another great moment where him landing with Stormbreaker, you could have probably included a little rocket on the base. Yeah. See what I mean? And then you just, again, because at that point, it's a matter of what the mold is from the jump. So that's not going to affect the price because the mold is the mold. Yeah.
So overall, Hulkbuster Mark II is a really pretty amazing statue. Despite a few nitpicks with the base, overall, I'm pretty happy with this one. If you're not somebody who's collecting these PVC dioramas, but you're still kind of into the Hulkbuster, this is the one to get, and you won't find a price point better, to be quite honest, for a Hulkbuster toy or vinyl or anything.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, going back to what we were saying before, it's a statement-making piece. If you're somebody that tries to collect a lot of the different Iron Man armors, whether it's statues, dioramas, figures, this one stands out as a great addition, especially if you want to showcase the progression of armors. Like, I know some people collect them to showcase the different ones that he's worn. This is a great one to add to your collection.
So if you want to pick up this Iron Man Mark II Hulkbuster from Diamond Select, you can get it at your local comic book store or look for it online and Diamond Select's website. And Rich, thanks for joining us today. Where can our viewers find more about you?
All right, so you can look for us on YouTube at Official Rageworks. You can also find us on all social media outlets. Just punch in Rageworks on Twitter. Unfortunately, someone is sitting on Rageworks, so we are Rage_Works. And as always, visit us at rageworks.net. for all the rants about gaming, entertainment, and the works.
So I'm Matthew, and that's Richie from RageWorks. We'll see you guys next time here at Nerd News Today.
All right, guys. Peace.